I just want to talk today about stuff that you can't get by prescription from a vet. They can advise you some of these four products I'm going to mention, but they're things that I never thought about with, my first cat. Um, and so the first one is I've been using for years is Angelides yeast. I got it on Amazon. It's like $16 and it's like 285 grams. Um, this I use for fleas. The fleas don't like it if you put it on, like mix it in with their wet food or put it on their hard kibble. It kind of sticks a little. It's like a powder. Um, so it's good for fleas, and it's also good for if somebody's allergic or has sensitivities to cats or dogs. It's not for people who are majorly sensitive. It's not for someone to own a pet who's allergic to cats or dogs. It's basically if you have friends who might be coming over. It also doesn't work very well for our long-haired cat, but when I lived alone with my cat Speckle, I tested her on a few different people, and people weren't having reactions. Even people that would sleep over, one person would sleep over in the bed that she spent time in that day before she got there. And she used to come over. I was at my parents. She used to come over like every week for like 8 weeks. So it was kind of interesting test. It's interesting how I got this info. It's not really online, except for I did a blog about it a while ago. My therapist, her husband is this sort of scientist, and he kind of did some research on it because his wife, my therapist, was allergic. So anyway, it's kind of interesting. Another thing I've started to give my cat is Lysine, and my therapist has my I'm talking about two different therapists. My therapist in the past, my therapist in the present now has a cat who's low immune system. She's got two of them, so she uses Lysine, and she uses like a powder that she can only find online, and she can put it in the wet food. Um, but my cat doesn't really eat wet food. She's a really, really picky eater. And she had a really bad cold, and she's living with an immune deficient cat. So I give her this. It's like something she can just eat. You have to break it into three different pieces because it's kind of fish shaped, but it's kind of big for them. And she kind of likes it. It's chicken liver flavored, and it's for her immune system. It also supports collagen, tissue repair. In addition to immune system, it's wheat free. And I give her pet kelp. Not sure whether my cat actually likes the pet kelp, but it's supposed to be like a multivitamin. It lists like a million vitamins and minerals on the back, and you can kind of look it online. There's a whole bunch of products in the kelp realm that I'm not sure if cats really like. It would be really good, better, if you could mix it with a canned food. However, since my cat doesn't eat canned, I've given up, and I've put it with her dry food just once a day. I mix it in. I don't really mix it in. I just put it on the top and hope she gets some. And I don't know. She's really been frustrating me lately because she's a tortie and she's picky, just like her mother, with my history of anorexia. But anyway, this is another thing. If your cat is constipated, this you can get at a human pharmacy. Over the counter, Restorelax. And you're going to have to probably call your vet for the dosing. I used to give my roommate's cat, the low immune cat, 1/8 of a teaspoon. Also sometimes 1/4 of a teaspoon. So now he's down to like the lower dose, the 1/8, and that is twice a day. And it kind of just depends. Watch if they have their stool like running diarrhea, or if it's like a fine poop. One thing I always feel bad about is that like my 20-year-old cat, he was sick with like everything, but I never noticed because to me he was just perfect. And I finally put him down because I knew he was uncomfortable. I'd given him morphine and stuff, and it constipated him. And so then, after I realized this Restorelax stuff actually is safe for cats, my roommate's cat has actually been using it for 2.5 years. I'm not really sure why. He's not the super healthiest cat, but since we've lowered it, not increased it, I don't think it's really that bad. He's a fun cat. He likes to run around and play. Anyway, so I hope that solves your queries. Anyway, because sometimes I just want to say, like, sometimes a vet will say, like, oh, we don't agree with this, it doesn't do anything, but you might as well try it yourself. Another thing you can do is you can try putting Tropiclean in their cat water for if they have dental problems or if they don't, because I had to get my cat 3 teeth extracted last year. I don't actually use the Tropiclean, but a neighbor swears by it. My roommate doesn't agree with any stuff like that, and the Lysine and the vitamins and minerals for my cat, the Kelp stuff, she doesn't use that on her low immune cat. It's kind of sad. Like, I think, like, why not? It's like $12.99 Canadian, so it's not bad. Anyway, bye.